Hey folks, welcome back to another video. And if you haven't already guessed straight away, this is not a WRX. This is a 2016 silver Subaru Impreza. And I'm sure you'll want to know why, but I guess the title of the video kind of says it all. My WRX is very sick. It needs a whole new clutch. So yeah, great, right? So what happened was, if you remember the last video, I think it was the last video, can't quite remember now, but I'm sure it was the last video. I showed you that, well, I didn't show you, you could hear the creaking noise from the clutch, and I looked it up online, and it was kind of a well-known problem, and it was the pedal housing that had to be changed out. So I go to the dealership and explained to them what I found out, and then they said, oh yeah, there's a Subaru service bulletin, and we know all about it, and yeah, we'll take a look and get our guys to take a look, and then we'll probably have to order a new housing. So anyway, I take it in there 2 days ago. I'm waiting there for 15 minutes, and the guy comes out and says it's not the housing. We need to start taking a few more things apart to try and find it. He said it'd probably be about an hour. I just said, oh, I'll come back later. So I go off to work, I come back later, and he says, we're gonna have to get you a loaner car, because whatever it is coming from inside the transmission. We need to drop the transmission out. I was like, well, that sounds great. So I go back in there today, and I need to go back in there and get my house key and my office key, which I left on my key fob. And he goes and gets it, and he comes back out, and he says they took the clutch apart, and when they done it, a bunch of fluid, grease, whatever it was, just poured out on them. It come out of the bearing was dry. You guys probably know what all of this is. I haven't got a damn clue. I know what a clutch is, kind of know what it looks like, I know what it does. As for what it looks like when you're taking the damn thing apart, and I haven't got a clue. So hopefully this will mean something to you. If not, look it up. That's what I'm going to do. So yeah, he said the bearing was dry in there. Need a whole new clutch. Everything in there was shot. So it just goes to show, sometimes just these little, which I thought was like a little quirk, a little squeak that needed a bit of oil, was the whole clutch shot. And I'm sure it wouldn't have been long before something major could have happened, or it's been caught out on the side of the road and had to be towed. So I'm kind of lucky there. It's all being done under warranty. I did take my access port out before I took it to them. I know that they can plug in and find out that it's not the proper Subaru software, but nobody said a word, so it's all good right now. Fingers crossed. So they don't come back to me tomorrow or something and say, oh, by the way, you've got this one's on you. So, but no, everything they've not asked me to okay the price of everything and all that shit. So we're fine. It's all under warranty. So, and I said to him, I said, surely it's not something I've done. And he was like, no, the bearing's gone dry and it's just screwed up everything else. He said, but when we took it apart, all the grease and fluids and everything just poured out. So, and I was like, oh, okay. So, there we are. I thought when he said he had to drop the transmission out and everything else, I was like, oh shit. You know, and they were thinking I wouldn't get it back till next week. And I got a free loaner car. This Impreza is a free loaner car. It's quite nice. Apart from it's completely bare bones, there's nothing limited about it. And I keep on going for a clutch because it feels kind of the same, although the steering wheel's not leather wrapped. But the kind of the seat position, everything around me looks familiar. So when I go to start it, I go for the push button, then I go for a clutch, and it's not there, neither of them. But going back to the car, he did say to me today that it should be finished tomorrow. I can go back and get it tomorrow afternoon. So there'll be an updated video, I'm sure, tomorrow night if I've got time, and let you know exactly how it feels. I'm wondering if that first to second gear is going to be ironed out, because it seemed okay when I first got the car, but then we were trying to do those 0 to 60 pulls, and every single time I just couldn't get that second gear. It would do a massive jolt on me, and I'm wondering if that's something to do with the clutch. Could be, might not be. It might just be me, my lead foot. But yeah, and I think I'd mentioned it before, or I posted back to somebody who commented on one of my videos. He asked me about a noise with his clutch, and he could feel something like a vibration. Whoever that was, if you're watching now, I would go get it checked out. But I could kind of hear like a little chirping noise with mine when it was cold, and it would only do it when I pushed the clutch in. So I knew it wasn't like the chirping crickets that you get with the BRZ, and I think it was the fuel pump. It's none of that, but it was something when I pushed the clutch down in the morning when it was cold, and it would be fine after that. So I wonder if that's all part of the same thing. Maybe not. Maybe I'll still have that, but yeah, I feel kind of lucky that it went in when it did. Yeah, so otherwise my ass would have been on the side of the road and I would have been really down. The only problem with it happening right now, I need to get hold of the insurance to pay for the damage of my car. I'm going to go through the insurance. I can't get any third-party parts. They're just all on back order. So I'm going to go for the insurance and get it done that way. Actually, that was my last video, wasn't it? About the no third-party parts. So yeah, well, that's where we are. I kind of feel lucky that I didn't, find out the hard way that the clutch was gone. That would have fucking sucked. But and you've got to put up with my fucking face today as well, and my bright orange work shirt, and my bald head. Normally we're attached to the sunroof, and this one doesn't have one, so you've got to look right at me. I apologise for that. Except for the ladies, of course. I mean, they're obviously very wet now watching this. I'm sorry, I couldn't help that. But I'll get it back tomorrow. Hopefully everything will be good, and I'll be back happy. But I can't call the insurance right now because it's in the shop, and I don't know how long it's going to take. What if they find something else? So I'm going to wait until I get the car back, then call the insurance, then go get the insurance quotes, then go get that damage fixed. If the insurance is going to go up, oh well, that's what it's there for. I'm sure it's not going to kill me. It'd be on there for a couple of years. Heard different things. Someone posted back, say yeah, it'd be on there for 3 years and it's going to go up. You may as well pay for it yourself. And someone else says it only goes up $10 a year and not to worry about it. And of course, everybody's expert on this when you go online, but we all have different. We're all in different situations. Everyone's story is different, so we'll see what happens with mine, and then I'll obviously share that whatever the insurance goes up at the end of the year. And yeah, I can't wait to get that fixed and get my car back, my nice new car. Anyway, this Subaru Impreza, it's got the CVT, which it's not that bad. It's not a bad little car. It goes all right. It's nice. It's a lot smoother than what the suspension is softer, should I say, than what the WRX is, obviously. But it ain't bad. It's nice, easy to drive. The seating position's okay. Like I said, this is the complete base model. It's got just nothing on it. It's got electric windows, and I think that's just about all you get with this thing. But it is their loaner car. Excuse me, I've got a vape. There's no smoking in this car, but it doesn't say no vaping. I'm sure they'd be real pissed if I took it back tomorrow and it smelled of strawberry in here. God, that would be awful. Alright, now I feel better. I should have brought a drink with me as well. Usually I've just got a few things to tell you, and then I just go on and on and on and blurt a bunch of shit out. So let's see how we go today. Normally I'm not much of a talker, I'm not much for small talk anyway, but I can sit here and talk to my camera and come out with all sorts of shit. But if one of you guys was sat next to me right here, I wouldn't know what the fuck I'd say to you. I've always been like that. And I used to hate talking in front of the camera, and now I don't mind. You know, the first time I looked at one of my videos that actually had me in it, I'm like, oh my god, you know, it's weird looking at yourself and hearing yourself. Then you kind of get used to it. Now I don't mind so much. This is me. Take it or leave it. It's all I got. So that's what you got to put up with. We're just doing our usual little round. I like to make a video in the car. Obviously, they're always in the car. We won't want one made at home, sat in front of my computer or anything. Although maybe I should do one walking around. Seems like everyone else does, don't they? They like to hold the thing like that. It looks good. I watch them and they look fine. I just don't like doing it. I'm in the photography and everything, so I'm used to having a camera out in public and not worried what people think, but just constantly doing a selfie and talking to it out in public is, I don't know, that would weird me out. I'm so worried about what other people are looking at me and stuff. So at least in the car, if I pull up next to somebody and I'm here talking like this, it's kind of like, oh, I'm talking hands-free. You know, I'm talking to somebody on the phone through Bluetooth or something. So yeah, I'm a little bit self-conscious of that. But I can't wait. I told the guy in there, I said I need my baby back. And he said, I completely understand. But as for a loaner car, this is great. Gets me to work and back. It's nice and comfortable. If I had to get a cheap commuter, I'd buy one of these. I'm not quite sure how much they are, but I imagine just a base one like this, base level trim, and this isn't the hatchback. This is the what do we call them, a saloon in the States? I think we do. It's a 4-door, not the 5-door. But it's nice. It's kind of like my WRX basically. Same sort of layout. I've not looked at the trunk space or anything on this one, but if you've seen it from afar and didn't notice it never had a hood scoop, you probably mistake it for a WRX. Well, and the wheels, of course, but you know what I mean. It's that shape. But the dealership's been real good to me so far. But like I said, fingers crossed. Let's hope just everything goes okay. But, I'm going to do a big shout out for them. It's Johnson Subaru in Cary, North Carolina. I bought my BRZ from them, and my wife just bought the Crosstrek a couple of months ago from them, and they gave us a great deal on that. Really looked after us. After sales have been fantastic, and now taking a car that I bought somewhere else. The only reason I bought somewhere else because it's coming up to the last of the 2016s. And I had to hunt around for one. Whoa, get on your side of the road, dickhead. God. He had both wheels on my side of the road. Mustang driver. If you got I'm sure you've all got Facebook accounts, and if you've seen the latest memes on Ford and Mustang drivers, that's why I kind of said that. I got nothing against them, but it kind of made me laugh. Well, we'll call this the end of the video. The next video, I'll be back in my WRX. Let's hope it make that video tomorrow is what I'm hoping, and hopefully everything will come out just fine. But anyway, until then, I appreciate you all watching. If you haven't done so far, go ahead and subscribe and come back and look at me talking some more bullshit, and it'll be good. Thanks a lot, folks. Catch you soon.